Yo, what's up guys? I'm back and I'm in front of the camera this time, so you know it's serious. Now I know what you're thinking. This guy's waves are crazy. And you wouldn't be wrong for thinking that.
What?
But you're probably also thinking, where has he been? Where's the content? What are you doing? How are you gonna just come back like this? So I've been kind of just creatively just thinking, just been in my think tank. I've been trying to just come up with new ideas for content because I feel like I've lost my focus, you know? I'm not really doing what I set out to do when I started the channel. So I've been just recentering myself and just getting myself back. Starting with my body, because I mean, I can't have a page about being an athlete, but not be an athlete. So I've been working on my body. I've been back to playing basketball. I played a whole season of basketball for the first time in 2 years. My knees are feeling better. I'm at the lowest weight I've been for 3 years. So I'm feeling good and I'm just still improving. I'm not at my final destination, but I'm on the way there. I'm on the road. The other thing is that the world has been crazy. Coronavirus. So we're now in the days of quarantine, self-isolation, social distancing, and all sorts. First of all, I would just say please be careful, take care of yourself. If someone you know is suffering from it, just be kind to them, give them kind words, encourage them. Look out for your fellow neighbors because you know the world's in an interesting place right now. There are many different adverse impacts of this virus. Everybody just have a spirit of hope and let's unify in this time, let's not divide. But speaking of the coronavirus situation, you now have a lot of trainers that are coming out with at-home workouts, and that's great. I'm not knocking any of them. In fact, I'm not the guy to do that because I feel like I still have a lot to learn in terms of the world of coaching and skills training and working on my own body. However, I will try and help you with your IQ and your mental well-being. So you're going to see a lot more of the What Next IQ test or some of the inner athlete talks because I've been super consistent with them. Also, whilst we are in these more limited outdoor times, the NBA has blessed us with free league pass, so I'd suggest getting on that. FIBA has a lot of full games on their YouTube channel, so I suggest watching them. There's a lot of free basketball to watch, and as a result, we may as well get better from it. So I made this video here to show you how to watch film that's actually going to help you improve. If you've not played at an elite level, you've probably never been in a film session before. I've never been in one, but I've tried to do some in terms of analysing my own game tape, but I've never been in a proper film session where the coaches know exactly what they're talking about, they're breaking down players, etc, etc. And if you've ever seen the behind the scenes part of professional sports, watching footage, reviewing game tape is a must. It's essential, it's bread and butter, it's just part of the job. So if you don't know how to watch games, you're missing out on opportunities to get better because I assume we all got into the sport or whatever sport it is you play. You got into your sport because you watched it one time, right? So you need to know what to look for. And I'm going to be focusing again on basketball, but I may do some for other sports as well, who knows. When it comes to basketball, basketball is one of the most individual team sports. As an individual, when you're watching game film, there are certain things you need to look out for that will be different to the team aspect. What should you look for when you're watching game tape? So I'd say one of the key things to look for is the body position of a player. Their stances, both on offense and defense, the positions they get into, the way they move their feet, the way their hands move, their body control. You need to know where a player is from an athletic standpoint. How athletic are they? How athletic are you? What do you need to do in the gym to get as athletic as that? For example, Kyrie Irving, when he gets into his crossovers, his shin angle is crazy. Like he is pretty much horizontal to the floor. If you've been on this channel, you know that I suffer from chronic patellar tendinopathy, which basically means my knees are on fire anytime they move, essentially. Sometimes they just be hurting when they're not moving. So to get into an angle like that is extremely painful for me. So that's something that if I wanted to try and dribble like Kyrie, I would have to get in the gym and strengthen my knees, strengthen the muscles around my knees, and get better at being in those positions. I genuinely have to practice getting that low, just from an athletic standpoint. So that's one of the key things to look for when you are watching game tape. I would also say look for players that are similar to you in terms of the relativity of the league that you're watching. So if you are watching the NBA and you play as a big in your league, and that's the highest level you're ever going to play, then sure, look at the bigs. But if you're a big in your league now, but you know you're going to college next year and you're going to end up being pushed further up to a guard spot, then maybe you should be looking at a guard who's your size. So one of the things I loved to do as a kid when I was watching, my problem was that I watched mixtapes to try and get better. I didn't watch full games. But I watched Austin Rivers' mixtape because he was 6'5", and I knew that I was probably going to grow to be about 6'5". So I watched Austin Rivers' mixtape a lot when I was a kid. But I also watched KD because he was a big that could shoot. I wanted to be able to shoot, and in the league I was playing in, I was a big. And obviously Austin Rivers, KD, two completely different types of players, but in terms of relativity, it made sense to watch both. But also I'll bring back to the point of watch full games. Don't just go off highlights or mixtapes. Watch full games and watch full recorded games, because when you watch a full game, it's just simply you can see what works and what doesn't. You can see when a player tries a certain move and it works, and when a player tries a certain move and it doesn't work, and you can literally break down why it didn't work. And you can do that because you'll be able to rewind because it's a recorded game. I guess the situation we're in now, there are no live games, so everything's recorded. Rewind, go back and analyze it. I would also recommend that you watch different levels. The NBA, watch the WNBA, then watch the EuroLeague, the Women's EuroLeague, watch the FIBA Euro Cup. Watch different levels and then see how comparatively players on different levels do different things. You also get to see why certain people are at a certain level as well. Another thing is to not just watch the ball. When you just watch the ball, you're just watching the game as a fan. You're not watching to study. So if you just follow the ball, you might as well just, don't think of it as a study. You're just watching the game to entertain yourself. Now we know what to look for. The question is, how do you learn from it? I think it matters on how do you learn in general. There are 4 basic learning styles that have been defined. The first one is kinesthetic. So kinesthetic essentially means moving. So you learn by moving, you learn by doing. You're probably good at hands-on tasks. Anything that just requires you to actually put in an action, you will learn from it. So perhaps for you, it's best to watch film with a ball in your hand and try and copy a move. And that's actually what ingrains it in you. The second type of learner, you've got an auditory learner. So that's someone who learns from hearing. Obviously, you can't just listen to a game and then think that you're gonna go on the court and dominate. You will get smoked. But let's say in terms of watching film, maybe it's okay, you watch the move, you've broken it down, now you need to talk it through to yourself. Because as you talk it, you're hearing it. And you learn from hearing as an auditory learner. So maybe you just need to break it down, talk it, and then hear yourself. The third type of learner is a reading/writer. So perhaps for you, it's that as you're watching film, you need to take notes. And that's why it's good to watch a recorded game, because you can pause it, rewind it, take your notes. And as you're writing, you're learning. And the fourth type of learner is a visual learner. So someone who can learn from literally just seeing it done. So perhaps for you, you just need to see it again, rewind, watch it again, then maybe watch a tutorial that explains a move that's been broken down. I'm gonna put the link in the description to a learning styles test so you can figure out which style you fit into best. But there is no one size fits all. Like, you might be a mix of both. So for me, I'd say I'm a bit of a kinesthetic and auditory learner, so I need to talk it through to myself whilst moving and practicing the move. This is a good step so that you can understand how you learn, and this is going to help you improve your IQ if you know how to watch game film a bit better. So that's it for today. Just thought I'd share a bit of knowledge, share some of my thoughts on watching game film. Have you ever been in a film session before? Is there anything that I missed that you've done before? Anything that you know? Let's share the knowledge. Let's help everyone get smart. Elite smart. Especially in the situation that we're in. I'm going to be coming out with more content so that you're not entirely bored, but you're also just getting better. Being cooped up in the house all the time, it's not good, especially for us athletes. Like, we need to get out, we need to be moving, but just make sure you're doing what you can to take care of yourself and take care of your family and your loved ones and your fellow neighbors in this time. But until next time, stay blessed. If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and of course follow us on all of our social media platforms. Until next time, stay blessed. Kyrie Irving when he said Kyrie Irving? Kyrie Irving, I think I just said it again. Kyrie Irving